God's nature is good. Do you agree with me?
I'm not agree with you.
God's nature is good.
No, I'm not agree with you.
You don't?
No.
You don't
No.
think God is good?
I'm not agree with you.
He asked the gopis to come out of the water with their hands up, both hands like this, so that they can be exposed of their private parts to Krishna. And deaths. You need to provide convincing, rational evidence to support this claim.
I don't need to provide anything. What I said.
Then I don't need to believe in such claims.
So it's what I said. Beliefs and evidence. Yes, it's two different words, two different parts. What you believe, it's your beliefs. You could not be all the time like for 100% sure. Oh, it's like this. It's your beliefs. That's where we use this word, beliefs. It doesn't. It could be without evidence.
Could be, but our belief as Muslims is based on a solid foundation.
Yeah,
that's where the difference is.
I understand. But for what is have reason for me could not be reason for you. That's what I accept is my base and like evidence. What you say.
But should it not be reasonable?
And what is reasonable for me, maybe not reasonable for, could be not be reasonable for you.
Human beings reason, and that our reason should not be subjective. What I think is reasonable or not.
But it's subjective.
There should be
It should be
an objective way of reasoning. For example,
should be, but we are living in different. You're wearing such type jacket. I'm wearing such type jacket. We're not same. We have all different backgrounds, all different brains. All
what
different
are your principles of reasons? How do you reason?
reason?
Yeah.
I like to make decision on my own experience.
Experience based.
Yes, experience.
Thanks.
So I have experience. I have some understanding, and it's matched with what I understand. It's worked for me. Like you know, there's for example extraction. Do this, and you will get this. So I applied it in my life. It works for me. So I share what happens to me and what I have. So this is a reason for me. It works for me.
So your experience, which you see, it's true to you through demonstration of its effects or whatever. That's why you take it for granted. So in your experience, if that tree over there or trees over there, you think that I am not experiencing anything of the trees at all. They do not exist for me. You would reason that these trees objectively do not exist in reality.
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
If you don't experience anything of those trees,
Yes.
this will be something that you'd say they do not exist because
Okay, I understood.
do not experience them in any way, shape, or
Understood.
form.
It's not exist for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in reality, do they exist or not? Is the question. Independent of your reasoning.
Could you see your what is the?
Can you answer your paradigm first? Then I will explain mine. I'll explain mine.
I already
So
say it.
if you experience and reason that way, which is your reason, if you did not exist, and if you did not reason about those trees, independent of your reasons, would the trees still be in existence?
But of course, they could be. They exist. But for me, I
So
don't
your
know.
reasons are faulty. You're telling me, of course, if they exist, then your reasons to deny their existence is a faulty reason, based on your subjective experience. So it's a self. If you have demonstrated that your own reasoning is not correct by your own reasoning.
I like to make it simple.
That's what I did. I made it simple.
I could make. I could explain my way because, for example, we like bounded. Every human being bounded. No one can see what is behind him.
It's okay, brother. Thank you.
No one can see what's behind him. For example, now I turned, and this man's staying here. But when I'm looking at you, I don't know, is he exists there or no? I don't know. He maybe exists, maybe no. What I see is just this point of angle. What is behind me, I don't know.
Good, we agree.
So Is it exist trees there? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe exists, maybe no. For me, it doesn't matter. For me, matter what I see in front of me. This is a matter of.
Do you see God in front of you? God? You don't?
No, I don't.
Right, but you still believe in it.
Yeah.
So you have to be consistent in your reason. I agreed with you earlier saying, if I don't know what's behind me, it could possibly be there, exists, for
Yes.
example. I may not know. That means we have to be open to the truth, independent of our experience. Does that make sense?
Independent
Of our own experience.
But when you start to learn something, it becomes your experience.
Yeah, so before
Yeah.
we had the experience, we have to be open to the truth that there may be other truths that we have not yet experienced.
Okay, we could agree for this, okay?
Right. So that's why I'm saying when you are simply going to assert anything about the truthness or the reality of this thing, just based on your own reasoning, it is not sufficient. It is not sufficient.
It's maybe not sufficient for you.
Not for you as well,
No.
as you demonstrated.
But for me, I already said what could not be sufficient for you, it's sufficient for me. For me, I'm okay. I have learned something. I have studied something. I have heard something. I had experience of something, and for me, it works. I'm doing.
So if I think I'm a
for me it
dragon,
works.
if I think I'm a dragon, and it works for me, right? I can really make people afraid. Yeah? Then if it works for me, then it's sufficient, right? For me thinking that I'm a dragon. Because it works.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But
Hang on.
what will
Do you
happen?
do you
What will-
do you
but-
do
no,
you
no,
see
but
any sense in my
Let me
statement?
finish. But what will happen if your understanding is not matched with reality?
Why does it have to match again?
Is your understanding doesn't match with reality?
Does it have to match?
Just let me complete what I'm saying.
Oh, apologies. Sorry.
For
go ahead.
example, you say I'm a dragon. Yes, but it doesn't really match with reality.
What is reality?
Whatever is reality.
No, it's important to know what is reality. How do we know reality and what is reality?
I'm saying, for example,
Assalamualaikum,
Yurge, I don't want to make a definition of reality. I could not make it now, but I like to make a simple example. If, for example, you will say nothing will happen to me staying on this road, and cars will run, and nothing will happen. I will stay, and cars will run through me, and I will be okay. I will not die. Yes, they will not touch me. It's your understanding, but in reality,
It's a dangerous.
yeah, it's
thing, right?
dangerous.
Yes.
For example, so it will be false. Yes, we could agree. You will be smashed by a car.
You might get hurt.
Yes. So if your understanding is wrong, you will have consequences of your understanding.
Good.
You will face consequences of your
Right.
understanding.
So there's one thing that we can agree on. Whatever we believe has to be consistent with reality. You
Yeah.
use the word match. Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So does the reality demonstrate to us there are cycles of life and death after we die, and that's it? Like, do you remember your past life?
I don't remember.
What were you in your past life?
I don't know.
Right. Whatever you are, is that a reward or a punishment from your past life? This is the systems of karma that you so uphold.
Yes. So I could tell you in simple way. I'm study astrology. Astrology based to make your chart to say something about you. I need only your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. According to that, I could speak a lot of things about you, a lot of things. Even although I studied little, like not so much. There are some professors, they know more. They could even
How rich are they?
rich. It means wealthy. Some of them.
If you can tell someone about the future, they should do that for themselves.
No, but it's your understanding. It's your understanding. It's your understanding that you could use this knowledge for gaining wealth. It's your understanding. But
So
actually,
why are the palm readers always very, very poor?
I did not finish.
Okay.
I could explain also why they're poor. It's more esoteric understanding. But what I'm trying to say, for example, astrology. So I could tell even now. Yes, we could take someone from the crowd. We'll ask him, and I could even prove this.
Yeah. Can you
Yes?
tell me what life you had before you this one?
I did not finish my point because I'm answering about...
Go ahead. My apologies again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, according to this, if I could only on calculation, I could say about your life, it means this law of karma works.
So it's all determined. I don't have any choice.
No, you have choice.
You just said by looking at circumstances, my date of birth, my what else? Date of birth and
time and place.
Time and place. So by just these circumstantial points, you can tell me exactly my present and the past and the future?
I could say about your past.
Past.
Yes.
So that means it's all determined. It has no choice involved.
It's complicated philosophy. It's not just instant.
But is that philosophy sensible philosophy? If
sensible,
you can read someone's life based on their time, place, and date of birth, that means this is what determines an individual's consequence and what they're going to be.
In some extent, I could not say everything, but
whatever extent.
But it's major because maximum astrologer in this age could predict 80%.
Okay.
80.
Do you know your date of birth?
Yes.
Do you know your time and place now?
Yes.
Tell me about the past, exactly 80%. Go ahead. That's without going back to someone telling you.
I told you it's only maximum. It's who's really...
Okay, 79%. About yourself.
Why you don't understand what you're asking.
I'm testing that hypothesis. If you can tell up to 80% with certainty, okay, 20% certainty about your past thing in your life, because you know these three essential things: your date of birth, time and place.
Look again. I'm not here to make a proof of anything.
Okay, let's leave it there.
I just
because it's personal.
No, wait.
I don't want you to share your personal details with me and to the whole crowd who's watching. Now, coming back to the law of karma.
No, wait.
No, I want to ask you about the karma. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yes.
So the law of karma is that someone who is born disabled, blind, with no limbs, for example, can't hear, deformed, they're born as a punishment of what they have done in their past life. I want you to ask you a straightforward question. Because this is a punishment, would you interfere with the divine punishment and help them, or would you let them suffer?
Man, I did not finish my statement.
I want to address...
You want, but I want also.
Finish your statement and then address this, by all means.
That's why, for me, what I understood, what I have learned, for me it works. I see, I could do this, even I could do by studying. I could do it for people. Even a few days ago, when I associated with one in Vrindavan, I just said one thing, and that another person just assumed something about me. And he was quite right, just assuming because of what I said. And what he assumed based on knowledge, what he studied like separately, and we doesn't know each other's.
I know you're a vegetarian, am I right or wrong?
But what I'm trying to say...
Just 1 second. You're a vegetarian.
No, let me finish just 1 minute. What I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
What is work for me doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
And you could not understand what I understanding now. And you...
I need to have experience, right?
No, what I'm saying, I have experience. It works for me.
Yes.
It works for my friends with whom I associate.
Yeah.
We have our own research, some kind of research, yes? And it works for me. But for you, it's not reachable now. For you to understand what I understand, you need to go through big part of knowledge. It's not just instance I could answer you in front of cameras.
I agree with you.
You just need to go through learning process.
I agree with you.
Yeah, so
we don't disagree.
Yes.
So because we agree on this matter.
I'm explaining.
No, I agree with you.
My reasons to understand my reasons of why what I believe.
Yeah.
You need to go through
I agree.
all this path I know.
We agree.
Yes.
Now, so let's now go back to the question. Would you let the divine punishment for the individual to suffer the punishment of being disabled when they're, for example, they've fallen off the wheelchair and now they can't get up? Or would you help them by going against the divine punishment and help that individual who's now suffering?
You call this divine punishment.
The karma.
The karma, divine punishment. Yes, to go into
in your concept, not mine.
Yeah, in my concept, but my concept and your concept of karma understanding is wrong. Yes, it's different. No, it's not wrong. It's different. It's different.
I don't believe in karma, so it's nothing about different. I don't believe in it at all.
So yes, so you don't even believe. So it's not matter of discussion about this.
No, because you believe in it, would you make...
What I believe, I need
Can
to...
you explain to me, would you help this individual who is now being punished by the laws of karma and let that person punished to suffer in their disability? Or would you interfere and help?
Hello, how are you?
Or would you help?
I can. You should have last week.
Would you help?
Sorry.
Sorry, we are having a conversation. Would you help?
Yeah, we need to help.
But this person is suffering justly according to the laws of karma, and you're interfering with justice. Interfering with justice is a good thing or a bad thing?
You see, now you bring in your understanding. Before you bring your understanding to me, you should teach from at least at me.
May I ask you a clarification? Is interfering with justice a good thing or a bad thing?
We came to the point. We came to the point. You're asking your understanding from your point of view.
No, general speaking, for everyone's understanding. Is interfering with justice a good thing or a bad thing? According to laws of karma.
What you call now interference of justice, it's understanding.
Imagine now someone's on death row, right? They're about to be hanged or executed, and you go with your gangsters and you take them away from this execution, even though they were legally executed in the eyes of just law. Established that this individual was a criminal, for example, killed millions of people. Yeah? We want to execute these people who killed millions of children in Palestine, in Gaza, for example. The eyes of the law should do that, not us personally. So imagine an international court of law said this is a criminal, and the punishment of the criminal is this kind of punishment. And they're about to execute this punishment, and you go and say, let me help this guy because I think I like this guy, even though he killed hundreds and thousands of children. Interfering with justice, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
You should understand, if someone intention is matter. Intention. What is your motivation? Because if you're doing it out of understanding, okay, God doesn't support him, and I will support him. So in this case, your mentality, you're trying to take position of God and make it justice, what you say, and go to interfere someone. And you go into deep in his karma, and you try to rectify his karma by your own effort, actually by your own karma, by your own pious credit, piety credit. Do you understand? Welfare credit.
So you fight karma against karma.
Yeah. So you put in your wealth.
Self-destruction concept.
No, you put in your wealth to his poorness.
Can you see the police van over there? If the police,
Don't
if
think
the police
because
ban,
Sadiq Khan is going to be on your side because he's not. Just so you
I'm
know.
having a conversation
Things
with
are
him.
changing, sunshine.
I'm having a conversation with this gentleman here. At least have some respect.
Yeah, we will not speak.
Right. If the police were about to arrest a criminal, arrest them because someone has got a knife or a weapon to stab you and to kill you and harm you, and the police were to stop that criminal, to make you safe, would you, for example, be happy with me interfering with the police and saying, please don't interfere? It's his karma. Don't interfere, okay? If I stop the police from stopping you being harmed, my stopping, because this is my karma according to this, would that be a good thing or a bad thing? Would I be a good person or a bad person? What would it be? Good or bad, from my point?
Look, man, I didn't answer fully on previous question.
Sorry?
I did not answer fully on
But
previous
it's the
question.
same concept. I'm trying to illustrate with example. So in this example, would I be bad if I behave this way? Or would I be doing good?
I did not answer fully on previous question.
Just answer this one. Oi, people, stop.
Oh my God.
They just wanted to
Right. People behaving like children. Anyways, so
I will try
Would
to
you-
repeat again.
so just answer this question.
No, I will not do this.
Then let's end this conversation here because I don't think
I
we
will not
are
do-
getting anywhere because you realize yourself that I do make sense because that's why you are not willing to answer it. Otherwise you would say, of course.
No, because you don't understand, you did not understand my previous answer. To explain on my previous answer, I need to make again clarification. I did not finish on my answer to my clarification, did not finish.
Can you make it simple?
No.
Then I cannot have an understanding.
It's need time. It's need time. You
Yeah.
could not make it instant.
Maybe
it's major
you need
knowledge.
time to understand my examples and illustrations.
Definitely, I need your
Yeah,
time.
so let's leave it there. Let's have some time between ourselves to think and ponder. But remember, I'm a Muslim and I invite you to Islam to abandon the worship of your desires, your experience, Krishna, who cannot be attributed to be God, because if you study his life, you would know that this does not demonstrate the qualities that God would have. No wonder he was called a butter thief, you know that, right? When he was a young. So what we are
You
saying...
cannot speak about this now. You don't understand
No,
this
no, no. I'm
concept.
saying is you need to learn and grow about who this Krishna is. And once you realize more about Krishna and the gopis and what he did about them, then you realize there is no place for a sincere heart to accept Krishna who does not in any way demonstrate purity,
It's your understanding.
purity of the heart or of the mind.
It's your understanding.
Because Krishna, I want to leave with this point. He asked the gopis to come out of the water with their hands up, both hands like this, so that they can be exposed of their private parts to Krishna.
It's your understanding.
No purity, my understanding,
Yes.
as well as millions of other people's understanding.
It doesn't make matter what millions say.
No, the
I'm
understanding-
standing one here and telling truth.
I'm-
What millions says, I don't care.
Your truth
Yes.
about Krishna, this
You
pure...
cannot speak about this.
Listen,
You don't understand this
listen,
concept.
I don't think you do though. Let me teach you something.
You could not
Right.
teach me. You don't understand.
Can you teach me?
I could, but it's
Right.
like
So
you
I
need
could teach you
time.
too. And you
No,
need time to understand.
About this, you could not teach
No,
me.
about this, you need time for you to grasp it. No, Krishna, at one point,
You
he
could
was
not
saying,
speak about this.
I
to me.
can speak, and I won't
No.
see how you respond.
No, you could not.
Young girls,
You don't have
I was having bath
qualification.
naked in a river. Krishna took their clothes from the shore
You don't
and
have
took them up on the
qualification to
tree.
speak about this. You don't
Look,
understand.
I don't need qualification.
need.
I'm quoting your scripture.
To quoting, I could quote, PhD someone and don't understand anything from this.
Tell me what I don't understand.
Quoting
So
doesn't
he-
mean anything. You just need brain and more deep understanding.
So do I.
Realization.
Yes, I
Inner
do.
Realization.
I do have it.
You don't have.
You don't have the realization
You
to
don't
know
have.
that I have realization.
You don't have.
You don't have. You haven't reached, my
you
friend.
ask questions
My friend.
that show you don't understand.
Is it possible you haven't reached the level of understanding to know how much I realize?
By question you ask.
You
I
need to
could say
study
you don't
longer.
understand.
You need to study longer to understand my realization that I have over the years of study. You
It
need to
doesn't
learn more.
matter how many years you're studying. It makes, or you understand or not.
I
Someone
understand.
took birth from
Look,
this
look,
understanding.
look.
And someone needs lives and lives to understand this.
If you have
Time doesn't matter.
Krishna
Matters your
taking the
understanding.
clothes of a young girl having bath, and then when the poor girl says, "Give our clothes back," he says,
Do you
"No,
hear what I
until."
say?
Let me finish the story so that you can all learn about
I'm
Krishna.
saying you
Why are
need-
you hiding this important
I'm not
aspect of the
hiding.
lives of Krishna?
I'm saying-
So let us learn about Krishna.
Let me finish
Let
one
me
minute.
let me finish.
Let-
I need to finish
Let me
without you
say.
interrupting. I need to finish.
But we don't
Thank you
speak.
very much for letting me finish.
We
So
don't
Krishna,
speak. We don't speak.
Krishna, no.
We don't speak.
Let me finish. Thank you.
No, but
So
if you want-
Krishna,
if you
Krishna,
want
do you know what
monologue-
happened? No,
If
I want you to
monologue-
listen.
No, if you want monologue,
Can you let me
can
finish?
speak alone.
Can you let me finish?
If you want monologue, you can speak alone.
My
but
friend,
if you
would
want
you
dialogue,
would you let me finish?
I'm just trying to
Would
say.
you let me finish?
No, I'm trying to say.
No, I am speaking now. Would you
No,
let me
I'm
finish?
speaking now.
let him finish,
I'm
then you
speaking
can
now.
make your
Okay. Shall I finish? Of course. Shall I finish?
No, we better finish.
Shall I finish?
Do you want to listen me? Do you
Thank
want to
you.
listen me?
Let him finish. He's gonna listen. He's gonna listen.
Do you want to listen me?
One at a time. Let him finish first.
Thank you. Let me finish first. So Krishna, in your understanding, in your scripture, so he saw certain gopis, young girls, having bath in the river naked. Not old girls, young girls. Young. And they were not even married, right? At this point, they were very young girls. So Krishna saw them. He took How old was Krishna at that time? Maybe from 7 to 12, 13 years old, as they say in there. So he's almost like a teenager in some understanding. So he took their clothes, which they left on the shore of the bank of the river, and he went up on the tree. Not alone, but with some of his mates. So he's now watching them having bath naked.
Can you just stay a little bit far?
Can you give him some, please? Krishna, my friend's God, is watching naked girls having a bath. So when the girls, brothers, please do not make any negative comments, please. This is his belief. No insult, no mockery, just pure stating the facts as stated in his scripture. So he's watching them, the poor girls, because it was actually quite cold at that time. So they soon wanted to get up from the river, but they realized now there's no clothes on the river bank. They looked around and they saw the clothes was with Krishna, who is up on the branch of a tree. They demanded their clothes back. He says no. The conversation goes with a story like why so. So eventually he says, okay, you know what? You come out of the water, he said, then I will give you the clothes back to you. One by one, if I remember correctly. So as they were coming up like this, right? Hiding there, look, hold on to this. If you come like this, you're actually hiding your private parts in some way. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what a decent individual girl who is modest, shy, will do, because at that time there was a dedicated time slot for the girls to swim. No men were supposed to be there. So they were having their swim at that time. And they were having it naked, right? Okay. So as they were coming up like this, Krishna, young Krishna, said, you have went against Varuna, the deity of the river. And as a prashchit, compensation for what you've done wrong by bathing naked, because you should have bathed naked in the first place, you need to do prashchit, you need to come up with your both hands raised. Now what happens when your both hands raised? Your bottom private parts is going to be exposed, right? And that's how you demanded one by one to come up and to get their clothes back. Now, a story like this must have some morals, must have some teachings. Some people will go to the far extent in saying, that doesn't look like a very, an individual with a good heart, making a girl to expose her private parts to come in front of a boy or a teenager or someone like this, right? I'm not going to use any bad words. Many people will say that. So I would like to ask my friend here, because I don't want to take much time, what is the moral of the story?
What I wanted to say, you don't have qualification. In Sanskrit it's called adhikar. Do you know this word? Do you know this Veda says about adhikar?
Don't let me go into Veda.
What adhikar exists?
What's the moral of the story, like the man asked?
What adhikar exists? I'm not here to answer it. I said, do you want to listen to me? You say one at a time. What I'm saying now. To understand deep leelas of Bhagavan, you need to have adhikar. Adhikar. Adhikar, it's a Sanskrit word, means qualification.
Right.
Yes, and qualification, you need
Adhikar means right, not qualification.
Right.
My language derives from Sanskrit.
Yeah, you could translate its qualification as well.
Okay, qualification.
Yes, and you don't have this qualification.
Do you?
I'm speaking now. You don't ask me question now. And
Sorry.
And you don't have qualification to speak about this. You don't have this. You don't have any like approvable understanding from anyone. Understanding of these Vedas based on parampara. Parampara means lineage of teachers, which one teacher give knowledge to disciple, and disciples study under the guidance and under the teaching of guru.
Yep.
And through this discipline, he learned knowledge, he acquired qualities, and then he could speak even this high topic leelas. But you don't have this. So you could not understand the inner meaning, and you could not understand even external meaning of this pastime. So you could not speak about this. Even you speak, like you say, you're quoting, you're reading, but you don't see. It's like you will read some, I don't know, any very difficult science book, quantum, I don't know, processors.
Why don't you explain to me
It's
the moral behind the story?
it's very difficult to understand. You need qualification about reading.
Do your gurus understand it?
My guru understands.
No, you gurus, the Hindu gurus who have gone through
My
this
guru, I'm
qualification.
not saying about Hindu.
Your gurus.
I don't know. My guru understands this.
Right. Would you mind asking your guru and come back next week or the week after or within a few years' time?
I'm telling you, you even listen to this. You need to have a card. Even listen to this.
So basically, if you haven't studied like your gurus, no one can understand it.
Some could understand. Very rare person. Very rare person. In
Without
this world,
adhikar?
very rare person in this world. They
So
could understand.
so it's not necessarily adhikar that makes people understand
No,
it.
they have a card, but some very rare
No,
person.
no. Which rare person? Without the learning process?
Sometimes they took births and they know this. What I said before. So for someone, you need lifetimes to understand this. Someone take a birth with this knowledge because he already has this understanding within him. This is what I'm saying.
By the way, we invited several people in our live stream. No one came to explain. Then we went to your scholars, not your personal scholars, Hindu pundits and gurus' explanation, and we showed how they whitewash and not give a reasonable answer. So I'm yet to find a guru who can give us a reasonable moral answer
At least
or a
you-
teaching of that story.
At least you understand what stage you need to reach to listen about this.
But your gurus haven't reached that state either. That's what I'm saying. I
How do you
haven't
know?
seen,
How do you know this?
because I have searched and researched for a long time to find,
That's why
let me
you have
finish,
been cheated. That's why you
answer
have
to
been
these
cheated.
questions from a guru.
You have been cheated.
So many gurus, and eventually the ones I could find,
No, you couldn't.
the ones I could find, qualified gurus,
You don't
they
have
themselves
qualification.
have not reached to explain the moral story.
Bro, you don't
Story.
have qualification to understand this. You could not see real guru.
Neither are the gurus. There are no gurus who can explain this.
Okay, you could say this. I come back just few days from Vrindavan.
Do they know?
What I have experienced there,
Why don't you
could not
ask them
understand.
next time you go to Brindaban?
I
ask
already
them.
been there. I'm telling my
Go next time again and ask
I'm
them.
telling my
What's the moral of this story?
I'm telling my experience. You don't.
That's it.
You say you don't.
Let's
have,
leave it there because you don't have adhikar and I don't have adhikar. We don't have the qualifications. Ask a guru next time. What's the moral of the story? And those of you who are watching, ask your gurus if you're a Sanatani, if you're a Krishna devotee, Krishna consciousness, what is the moral of this story? If you find there are no morals, it's a lila. What is lila? Do you know what lila is? It's
I
an
don't
illusion.
know. I don't
It's
know.
just an illusion. Then
Is it illusion that Allah had 3 daughters?
Allah does not have 3 daughters. It's
What
your
about-
delusion.
what about-
Nice talking to you, my friend.
what about-
do you have to have any questions, please go ahead.
Surah 53,
If we ignore the higher level stuff,
19 to
I could
23.
what's your first pass idea of what happened with the story that he said? What's your idea?
Wise
That's what
man
we
of
want.
Allah.
I didn't hear
Answer
properly
that
your
question.
question.
So what I said is, the story he gave, we're all intrigued. What's your thoughts on it? I just want your thoughts.
My thoughts, you don't have a car, you don't have qualification to understand this. This is my thought. This is what I'm thinking. You don't have understanding, you don't have qualification to speak about this and listen about this.
Can I give my
No, please.
Can I give my ignorant view? Ignorant view. I haven't reached that higher level, but it sounds like. It sounds like it sounds like to me, it's a very unsavory story, and you're overcomplicating your answer in order to not read what's there, very in front of all of us, which is. It seems kind of disturbing that someone who's supposed to be a god is acting in a way that a god shouldn't be acting. That's just my understanding. What do you think of that?
You don't have understanding of previous his pastimes.
Okay.
Because if you will ask me what you're asking me, it's story from 10th chapter, 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Right.
10. Ask me about first, ask me about second, ask me about third, ask me about fourth, ask me about fifth. Where is the explanation of universe, how universe created? Ask me about third, what is Panchamahabhuta elements? Ask me about Sankhya philosophy. Ask me about this. Ask me about 7th chapter canto. Ask me about 7, 8, 9. Are you asking me 10? You understand?
Okay, so
you at least go from first, but at least go to Srimad Bhagavatam, read Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, so
tell me conclusion of Bhagavad Gita.
Can
before Bhagavad Gita, learn some before.
Let's start with ABC.
This is ABC. Wait, I'm bringing to ABC.
Sure.
You ask me like professional quality question. I'm telling you go to this.
Okay.
Then before go to this. But before this go to this.
If I ask you a very basic question, is Krishna God?
Yes.
Asking me that.
So you gave an answer straight away.
Yes.
Nothing complicated. Does a God do what he described in the story?
Yes. What is written? Yes.
Okay, we got an answer.
Okay, let's leave it there.
So Krishna is God, and God should. I mean, this is something God would be doing. What he
What
described in
is
the story.
what he explained?
At least we got
I
an
don't
answer.
know. Even I could tell you. Even what he explained, I don't know. I know there's leelas happened with gopis and something written in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10 canto. What his details explain. I don't know from where he got this. I don't know this.
Did you convert to
Wait,
Krishna?
Wait, let me finish. Even I don't know this, and he's speaking about this.
Okay.
Let him now.
You understand?
Show him where it's from.
Where he got these details?
Okay, I can show you where.
Okay.
If you want.
If it's true, hypothetically, wouldn't you say this is a very immoral thing to do?
First of all, we don't have qualification now to speak about this here.
No, but I'm not speaking.
That's what I am answering.
Okay, so wait a second.
To answer, you don't have qualification.
I could be ignorant of Hindu metaphysics, but I'm not ignorant of basic morality. Basic morality, I'm pretty confident in. That's a pretty immoral act.
Morality doesn't bound Lord.
Doesn't?
Lord beyond the morality.
Oh, okay.
Lord create morality.
Okay.
Not morality created Lord.
Okay, so I think there's a bit of a confusion here.
It's not a confusion.
God's nature is good. Do you agree with me?
I'm not agree with you.
God's nature is good.
No, I'm not agree with you.
You don't.
No,
You don't, agree, you don't
no.
think God is good.
I'm not agree with you.
Okay.
This is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so let me just explain to you what I'm saying. God wants us to love each other, to be kind, to be merciful. Do you disagree with this?
Love each other. No, I'm not agree with you.
Okay.
No.
So where this story
I'm not
comes
agree
from,
with you.
this is Veda base, right?
Yes.
You can read even the original language
Yeah,
if you
it will
want.
be truth. If you find there, it
Yeah,
will
yeah,
be truth.
chapter
Yeah, so it's
2
truth.
of Krishna.
No need, it's truth.
Yeah?
Okay.
Fair enough.
If what details you said, if details
It's-
is there,
it
yes,
is there.
so it's truth, yes.
I mean, I can remind you if it's there.
So you converted to Krishna, didn't you? You converted to the religion of
I
Krishna
don't think
awareness.
I converted, I just accepted.
You accepted it?
Yes,
Okay.
I didn't convert it.
So you accepted something without fully understanding it.
Without fully understanding, I can accept it, yes.
But clearly here, he's telling you something which should make you doubt.
No, doesn't make me doubt, no.
This doesn't
Not
make
at
you...
all.
So
Not
you're
at
telling
all.
me there's nothing...
Not at all.
Do you know what? I find that very hard to believe because I think you're a good
But I'm
person.
telling you, not at all.
But
Really?
I can tell by your smile as well.
I'm smiling because you are smiling.
No,
I'm smiling,
because-
you don't believe me.
No.
I'm not here to
Because-
lie.
no,
Why
because-
I'm
okay,
speaking with you
okay.
with this and I will be
What's
lying?
your name again?
It's
I've
crazy,
forgotten your
man.
name. I've forgotten your name.
Trilochan. Trilochan.
Riloshan.
Trilochan.
Riloshan.
Three.
Riloshan. We spoke before.
Yeah,
I
remember.
believe you're a moral person.
Yeah, so why I will be lying?
No,
I'm not
no,
lying.
no.
It
However,
doesn't doubt me.
However, that's why, because I believe you're moral,
Okay.
that's why when he started telling the story, you got very uncomfortable.
I'm not,
We all saw this.
because he's not
Because he-
qualified. Because he's not qualified. It's what the book says, but he's not. I already explained because it's not our qualification to speak here and now. It's not our qualification.
But don't you think, because he doesn't believe in Krishna, it's his job to ask you questions?
I don't want. He could do what he wants. It's not my job to teach him. I'm just sharing my experience.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's
he
fine.
can ask. He could not ask.
That's fine.
Whatever.
But when he gives you a story which is, everybody heard it right now,
Yeah.
pretty disturbing, right?
For me, no.
Okay, well, I find that hard to believe. If
My
someone did,
disturbance because you speak long time, and I know we will not speak about this because you don't have a qualification. It just was waste of time for me. That's what my disturbing only, not because I could not hear.
Yeah.
I could tell you there is more disturbing story if you could find.
Yeah.
What you just read, it's just nothing. It's just baby story.
Yeah.
It could be more of
Sure,
that.
sure.
But we could not
But-
speak about this now.
but-
I'm not disturbing about this.
he did give you time to speak and you didn't give an answer.
I give you answer. We don't have qualifications. This is my answer. This is my answer to you.
Well, we do have qualifications to understand an immoral act.
Yeah, definitely. But what I say,
Okay, thank you.
but what I say,
At least we
what
got
I say
somewhere.
to you, moral doesn't create the God. God creates the moral.
Okay,
He beyond the moral.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay, so-
He can do whatever he wants.
Okay, so let me ask you a
Whatever.
question. Does-
Whatever.
Let's go to basics.
It's basics.
Yeah, sure. Does God exist?
Does God do what he wants?
No, I'm asking you.
I'm asking you question.
No, I'm asking you a question.
It's a crazy question because you're speaking about God and you ask me, does God exist? It's an irrelevant question. Yes, we believe
I'm
in God.
asking you
He
in
just said
order.
yes.
Irrelevant question.
Yeah, he says yes. Okay.
Irrelevant.
What you're doing is you're misunderstanding the nature of God.
No, we have
Okay, let me
we
answer
have
now.
different concept of God.
okay,
This
one-
is what to do. It's not my misunderstanding. It's you have one
Okay.
understanding, I have another
Okay.
understanding. This is what I'm doing.
We're going by your understanding.
Yes,
You believe Krishna exists,
yes,
okay?
yes.
Now, his existence is something which is true according to you. You don't doubt that.
Yeah.
There's nothing about that you doubt. Okay. Does his existence as a being contradict his nature?
No.
No. Okay, good. Is his nature good?
Do you understand what concept of
Okay. Do you understand what I'm getting to?
he's everything. He's good and bad.
Okay.
Do you
He's
understand?
good and
Okay,
bad is
thank you.
Everything in him because
Okay.
he is absolute.
Okay.
Absolute means everything.
okay.
Everything in him.
Fine.
He's not only good, he's everything
Okay.
bad. He's
Does
also bad.
Krishna have a will?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good. Now he's giving answers. Does he will good things?
Do you understand God? God and what you're saying good and bad, it's leveled down. What he wants could not be say it's good or bad. It's just will. You
Okay.
could not categorize it, oh, it's good.
Okay.
Because concept of moral is beyond him, or it's below him. He's below, he's beyond concept of good and bad. What he will is good. All his desire, what God is want, is everything you can say good. Because he's beyond the moral. Everything he wish. He wants millions die, is good. He wants millions saved, is good.
Okay, that
Do you
doesn't.
understand? This
No,
is
I don't understand. I'll tell you why I don't agree with that.
you.
I'll tell
That's why we are speaking different
No,
concepts.
we're not.
You
We're
could
not.
not be.
We're
You
not.
could not be agreed. It's
Because,
okay. It's okay.
Because I'll tell you something. What you're saying is internally incoherent. It's not to do with my worldview. It's to do with your worldview.
In my worldview, it's totally
Okay.
okay.
So you're
Because moral is below God's
No, no.
desire,
Okay,
God's
okay,
will.
wait.
Whatever moral says, he
you-
wants whatever.
Okay, so you're saying everything, good and bad, absolute is Krishna. That's your first idea. Everything.
He's absolute, yes.
Okay, is there a difference between good and bad?
Yes, there is difference between.
Okay, so how does that make sense? You're saying everything's Krishna, and good and bad are two different things. So how does that add up? I want you to conceptually stretch it out. How does that make sense? Because you're saying anything Krishna does is good.
Yeah.
So therefore, there is no such thing as bad in the world. If a tree,
Bad for you.
if a tree falls
Bad
down
for you,
on a
not for
child
him.
right now, it's not bad.
Not for him. He's not bounded by these moral things. It's we are as human bounded.
Okay.
We are. It's laws for us, not for him. He created these laws for us, not for him. He created these laws. He beyond the laws. He created the law. He could do whatever he wants. He could write the law, he could smash the law, he could create millions law, he can smash them again.
Okay.
He created for us, not for him.
So
this means Lord.
according to what you're saying, good and bad is arbitrary.
In the eyes of God, according to him.
According to you.
To us, maybe, God made a distinction for good and bad to us. Otherwise, everyone will do bad things and thinking it's good. But there's a distinction. But in the eyes of God, in His standard, it's arbitrary.
Do you understand?
Arbitrary, I don't understand. Let me just translate. Well,
Or use another word to explain to him.
I think good and bad requires a consciousness.
Yes.
To have an intention, whether to intend to do good or intend to do bad.
no, it's not arbitrary.
Now, what happens? You can have an intention to do good, and the result can be bad. You can have an intention to do bad, and the result can be good. But I think spiritually speaking, as far as God's concerned, He's not concerned so much with the outcome, He's concerned with your intention. So the only way it's possible to be 100% good is to be 100% good in intention. But you can't do 100% good in this earth, because this earth it's made out of good and evil, black and white. You know, if you say to somebody, a woman, if you say to a woman, you're beautiful, what you're saying is other women compared to her are ugly.
Right,
Yeah?
relative.
So yeah, because we live in a universe, yin yang, relative, black, white, hot, cold. You don't know something, you don't know evil unless you know good. But the way to be perfect in this world is to have 100% good intention, and that is possible. And if you're Christian, you believe that Jesus Christ was the only person who accomplished that.
So do you believe evil is the absence of good? Because that's a Thomistic idea.
No, evil is intent. Yeah.
Right.
Here's the thing with human
So what
beings.
type of Christian are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a mild Christian. I have
Okay.
mild Christian leanings.
I hope you're mild enough that you believe Jesus is not God.
I don't know.
Do you want to continue with her?
No, we're talking.
Yeah, because we are speaking now, like I'm speaking like moral below the will of God, and you're just going more on the level of moral.
So maybe we can
So-
continue and get her opinion. You said it's not arbitrary.
Yes.
I've come a long way actually
Okay.
to meet you.
Mansoor, he said it's not arbitrary, but I'm understanding it as arbitrary. I'm a bit confused.
Good and evil? He says,
Because you said God can say kill 1 million people and it's good. That's what you said.
Yes.
But that's arbitrary.
No, it's His will.
Okay, fine. It's His will, but that makes any outcome arbitrary. So He'll decide anything and say it's good or bad.
But you don't know. Arbitrary it means as my translator say, is as I wish. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So it means it's a concept. It's a definition of God. Yes. He could wish whatever He wants. Yes, and I think at least we agree for this. He's not bounded by anything.
God doesn't do this arbitrarily. God has an intention to do good, and
How do you know this?
sometimes
How do you know this?
sometimes along the way he might have the intention to do good.
How do you
and
know
in
this?
order to do good, he might have to do something bad along the way as part of his intention to do good. That's kind of the argument that a lot of governments use.
It just one
because
point of understanding.
they believe it's okay to kill people in war because the final outcome is good. I don't believe that. I think you should never kill ever.
She's not understanding what we're speaking. Or we speak with or you speak.
No, it's an open...
No, because it's make another branch of topic.
Okay, but
What I'm saying.
but still interesting. Thank you for your input.
Yeah,
though. Thank you.
it's interesting, but it's just disrupt our life.
But this is the enjoyment of Seeker's Corner.
I like logic.
Okay,
I
no
like
worries.
goes step by step.
No,
I
no
don't
worries.
like jumping.
No worries. So look,
So what I'm trying to say.
okay, so you know one of the things you accuse Mansoor of is that he went too far. So I want to go to the basics, right? The number one lesson that I want to ask you about is you believe the entity of Krishna is divine. You believe it to be
Yeah.
divine in some way.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you know that?
It's my belief. I don't know. It's my belief.
Okay. Do you believe any idea that you hold in your head, it's something that you can hold without justification? Or do you think we need some form of
We
justification?
just spoke with Mansour with this. It's based on my experience. And
Okay.
For me, it works.
Okay.
For me, what I know, what I learned, for me, it works.
Okay, so
Yes.
just on that point, if you say it's my belief,
Yes.
okay, and then you say, but it works, when you say it works, that's your justification.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, your justification, it works. Mansoor gave you the answer of the dragon. The dragon, okay? Now, you agreed that if someone says, I'm a dragon, it doesn't make them into a dragon, does it? If it makes them feel good, or it gives them a good experience.
Unless they're not really dragon.
Yeah.
How do you know? Maybe I will say I'm dragon. Yes. Now I'm saying I'm dragon. Do you believe me?
No.
No, but I took birth in dragon age, dragon year. You know, Chinese year, dragon.
Yeah, but that.
So you see.
But that no. That's metaphorical.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say sometimes it could be truth. What people means by this? Yes, it's also.
Okay, so what in your experience led you to Krishna? I'm just interested. What led to Krishna?
My experience. Some mystical experience. Mystical experience.
Okay. I mean, there's people who go to Peru, they take ayahuasca,
No,
they have spiritual
no,
experiences.
I did not do drugs. No.
Okay, but I want to know, what is that experience?
It's kind of private, you know.
Okay.
It's private.
I'll
After experience, I start to read. Not before I read, and then I got experience.
Okay, so-
I've got experience, then I start to learn, and it's matched with my understanding, and then I accept.
Okay.
This
So
is how it's happened.
I understand your perspective. I don't agree with it, but I understand.
Yes, at least we understand.
Now, what I would say in return, in terms of my justification, I wouldn't go with my experience alone, although experience is important. I would go with my basic use of the cognitive architecture that I have been given by God.
It's me, as well as me.
Okay, good.
You are more powerful, I have my less powerful.
No. You're a very intelligent guy. You're very intelligent guy.
3,000 people that were baptized by John. They turn around and
Interrupt our understanding.
We're having a different discussion, my friend. We're having a different
We
discussion.
will not speak with you now because
We're having a different discussion. But I'll speak to you in a minute. So where were we? It was the last thing I said.
you have brain
Yes,
capacity, your understanding.
I don't have more than you. We're both intelligent beings. We're both intelligent, right? Okay, we are. Now, when I look at nature, I look at all of nature. I can see everything is limited. Everything has limits. Everything is contingent. Okay? Going back, and this is something that is known as the contingency argument. I'm sure you've heard of it before. Going back, all things can't be contingent. They have to be dependent upon one absolute being, or else we wouldn't exist. And that being we call God. Okay? This is the contingency argument. It's very famous in Christian circles, in Muslim circles. And this absolute being, that absolute being cannot be an entity such as Krishna. Because Krishna is within space, time and matter, is a physical being, and therefore I would reject Krishna, but I would believe in an absolute being. So that's my justification for my belief.
This works for you, but I have another understanding.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what I said, if you will at least read Srimad Bhagavatam 10-3, and you will study Sankhya Shastra. Yes, Sankhya philosophy, Sankhya. Chapter 26, as I remember. So we will see how this world
I'm in a
explains.
discussion, if you don't mind. I'm
So
listening.
26 elements.
Even though I'm
26
doing something,
tattwas.
but I'm in the discussion.
26 elements.
If you don't mind.
Yes, elements, elements. So, and definition of Lord.
Because I have all of these mics recording everything you say and I say.
He's beyond. And his nature described as such a
No problem. I can give you more than that.
These 26 elements you say. So what you said, you assumed Krishna is same. It has same 26. His body and his existence. You could describe these 26 elements, but it's not. In concept, which is given by, you can say, let it be Brahma. Brahma says in Brahma Samhita, he says it's Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarna Karanam Satchidananda Vigraha. So Satchidananda, it doesn't relate to material substance.
Chit, Anand.
It doesn't.
Truth, Chit is like consciousness,
Yes.
and Ananda is like happiness.
Blissful.
illusion, something like this.
It doesn't, like you say, it doesn't describe by material nature. It's spiritual nature. Satchidananda spiritual nature. And what you say, because he was here, you assume he has a body with same 26 elements, like material elements, but it's not. And the reason to understand, this is to study this Sankhya philosophy and this spiritual, like Satchidananda, spiritual energy understanding.
All right.
So you need to make a difference between spiritual and material.
I understand what you're saying, but from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Krishna was a person that walked upon this earth.
Yes.
Okay? So that means he was within space, time and matter.
Yes.
He was within the creation.
You could say like this.
Okay? So he's a contingent being, contingent and limited. And therefore he cannot be the absolute.
In
Does
Bhagavad
he
Gita,
understand what you mean by contingent?
In Bhagavad
Explain.
Gita,
Do you
Can I explain,
sorry.
please?
Yeah, sorry. Do you understand contingent? Limited.
yes.
Limited by space, time,
If
matter.
you see what in Bhagavad Gita he speaks about himself. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 6, I believe. 6, 7, 5, 4, 6, 7. So he says it's inconceivable truth. And he give example like sky and air. Yes? Air exists in sky. Everything exists in sky. But air flows everywhere and doesn't bound by sky.
Okay, how does that match to what we're talking about?
Krishna as the air going everywhere.
Oh, he's saying our senses are unreliable. Is that what he's saying?
You can say like this as well.
Okay, but you see, that's not a very good argument. If that's what he said, that's not a very good argument.
Let me say again. Like air flowing everywhere, and it doesn't bound by sky.
Right.
Although it's in the sky, but it doesn't bound. So Krishna, he here in material world goes everywhere, but he doesn't bound. So this is what he said in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verses 4, 5, 6, 7. You can read this, and they're saying it's inconceivable. It's philosophy calls Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Achintya Bheda Bheda Svarup. Svarup means form. Own
Okay,
form.
so
or in this matter, or you just accept, or you just reject. For example, for you, you don't believe this. Someone reads this and believe. So this is final point of argument. Or you just accept it or not. This is finished.
I've spoken to a few Hindus in the past, a few Christian people in the past, and a similar thing I've seen is that you guys run to these types of vague ideas in order to build enough smoke to basically say, look, it's so complicated. But I don't agree with that, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You gave the example of air. I'll give you a more complicated example. You spoke a bit when you're speaking to Mansoor about something about quantum mechanics or something, right? You mentioned quantum in some context.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
When we look at the quantum world, and by the way, you do find Hindus trying to use things in the quantum world to again justify their theology, their philosophy. I'll explain to you.
Switzerland institution use concept of this.
Yeah,
yes,
that's what
and
they claim.
made
That's what they claim.
Switzerland. This how you say this collider.
Hadron collider.
Yeah, Hadron collider.
Okay.
They use the system. If you see in their office, they have statue of Shiva. And more of that.
No. Okay. Again.
Wait. And more of that.
Okay.
If you see, they're not really good guys. Really not good guys.
Okay.
And if you see some bad things.
So this is what I did want to talk about. Okay? Now I heard what you said. Now let me explain to you why a lot of these guys are misleading the public. I'll tell you why. When we look at the quantum world, we are seeing things which are hard to comprehend. So what physicists would do is they would look at something and say, okay, this doesn't make sense according to the normal way that we understand cause and effect. Okay? So they'll come up with different interpretations. We have the many worlds interpretation. We have the Copernican interpretation. We have the informational interpretation, the relational. There's another one called the shut up and calculate. So you have all these different interpretations. And what you find Hindu speakers doing, especially Deepak Chopra and these type of people, and I can see you're flirting with that as well, is they'll use all these vague notions to try and smuggle in their philosophy. And you even mentioned Shiva in terms of the Hadron Collider. All of this, by the way, I want to tell you there's one consensus at least amongst all of them, which is all of these interpretations are happening within a rich sea of fluctuating particles. No one disagrees with that, which means all of it is in the purview of the contingency argument. All of it is still dependent. Therefore, you cannot use any of this to support your theology.
Man, even this is hard for my brain.
Okay,
I could truly say, believe me, I don't understand what it doesn't mean everything.
Let me break it down. Hindus.
I don't understand. It's beyond my intelligence. Now it's beyond.
Okay, Hindu philosophers.
Forget Hindu. I'm not related to Hindus.
Krishna. You said it yourself. They have a statue of Shiva at the Hadron Collider.
Forget.
No.
Why did you bring it up?
No, because I know. It's a very popular thing which you find online, that you have these thinkers and they're using quantum mechanics, and you are flirting.
I don't use quantum mechanics. No, believe me, I don't use because I don't understand this.
Okay, fine.
I don't use it.
I'll tell you what you were doing. You were doing the same thing with the air example, which is why I brought up quantum mechanics. They use something we don't understand in order to try and push a theology which we cannot understand. So, for example, you gave the example about the airflow and this type of thing. All of these things are still within the physical universe. Do you understand?
Yes,
okay?
yes, of course.
The physical universe, which compromises time, space, matter, energy, all of this. None of this can be absolute. The one true absolute God cannot be Krishna, according to logic. And none of this vagueness and scientific pretense that you're using is going to work.
That's why I'm saying it's a matter of belief, not logic. If you ask me about how I did become believer of Krishna, how I took this path, or some kind of this question. So I just explain why, what base I have. I explain, this is the exact verse, what explain. In this case, you or accept this or you just reject this. So this is simple. Yes. For you, it doesn't acceptable, it's not logical, it's something else, or you could say more things. I accept this. This is finished.
Okay, you know what? I would agree with you with something. As long as you understand that your belief has no justification, I see where you're coming from. But if you try and claim you have justification when you don't, then I will say, obviously, I disagree with you.
I'm not trying to claim any justification. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm not here as a pandit or scholars or knowing all Vedas. I'm just sharing my experience and my understanding. That's what I'm doing.
Do you realize when you say, like you said earlier, it's my experience, you're trying to justify your position.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
But you cannot justify your position, what I'm saying. It's
Why?
better
I
for you.
I did it. It's just not. It's just not acceptable for
No,
you.
you didn't justify it. What you did is you ran off into vagueness, which is what I've seen a lot
It's
of
called the
people
appeal
do.
to mystery, in other words.
It's mystery because it says achinta. Achinta means mystery.
That's what I'm saying. So in one way, it's called
Yeah,
appeal to
but
mystery.
how you can explain existence of God without using this word unconceivable? Because he's one, no one created him. Yes, he's created everything. How you can explain
It's
without?
conceivable, but not fully comprehensible. Or comprehensible, rather, if that's the right word.
No.
You cannot comprehend God in his entirety, but you can conceive of the most perfect being. You can conceive of the existence of God who is necessary. You can conceive of God who must be one and absolute and self-sufficient. You can conceive. It's not that he's totally unimaginable, unconceivable. It's just like a mystery. Then why do you have to believe in him anyway if you cannot conceive anything
in
about
his
him?
nature, more deeply in his nature. Okay, we could, like you say, we could conceive. We can assume, yes. Okay, at least should be one.
There are about
first
99 attributive names of our Creator given to us. He has more.
Yeah, of course.
More than 40 of these names can be understood without even reading the scripture, by using the human intellect alone.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But you
do understand what I'm saying? That God is the one who is the giver of life, for example, the one who is the originator, the one who's the first, before whom there is no one before, the one who will always be last, before him there will be no one, because he will be everlasting, right? I'm giving you only few of these over 40 names of God. All of these can be conceived, understood, comprehended, and believed without even single text quote from a scripture.
But it's only part of his nature. It's only 40, you say. Okay, 99, but his quality is unlimited.
Yeah.
Although
You are not required to fully grasp the entirety of the essence of God.
Yes, that's what
You
I'm saying.
and I, as finite creation, we cannot. And it is not necessary. But what's sufficient for us is to know that we are a creation of God, created for a reason.
It's sufficient for you. But what I'm saying, to say about his full nature.
No one can say about his full nature because
that's what
you cannot understand his full nature.
That's why in this case we need to use this term inconceivable.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
because we
can I
could
ask you a
not.
question about
Wait,
that?
I want to make it clear.
Sure.
Because you say 40 qualities, 99 qualities.
Without even quoting a single text from the scripture.
Let me finish. But to speak about his full nature, even like you say, if someone would be here in this material world, and how to justify this, how to make an explanation of this, and if it's true, for example, it's true, yes, or for without using this word inconceivable, it's impossible. It should be used word inconceivable. For example, again, just assume. For assume.
Can you conceive
God,
anything about God?
Just assume. Okay, God really desired appear here.
Join in. It's a Hindu friend of ours.
Just really desired appear here by his wish. And it's happened. Yes? How you can explain this without word inconceivable?
Can I give the answer to that?
Okay.
God, as an entity, has aspects which are inconceivable. I agree, we all agree.
Finally.
We never disagreed. However, God is not incoherent.
I didn't say incoherent.
We agree God's not incoherent.
Yes.
So what we do is this. We say there is one God, but to say something about God, such as God becomes part of the creation, that is incoherent. Because we're saying the one who is absolutely free of limits becomes limited.
Yeah.
Okay, one second. Therefore, we agree with you only on one part of what you're saying and strongly disagree with the second, because you're using his inconceivability in terms of certain aspects of his nature to justify your incoherent view of God, which is wrong. That's a sleight of hand. That's what's going on here.
Incoherent in your point of view.
From your point of view.
No. As I'm saying.
If you believe in logic.
He doesn't.
I just told you.
He's beyond. He says God is beyond logic.
I just told you. You conceive him. Someone here is. If you see someone here, he is under these 26 elements. But I already said. This his body, Krishna's body, defined is Satchidananda, means not related to these 26 elements. And to explain this without word inconceivable, it's impossible. That's why.
No, it's incoherent.
No,
why
it's incoherent? Why?
Okay, so do you agree with me? Being incoherent is wrong. Do you agree with me?
Okay, yes. Yeah, so why it's incoherent?
Okay, it's incoherent because you're saying two things which contradict each other. You're saying, here is a God who is within time, space and matter, but he is not within time, space and matter.
Yes.
That's incoherent.
That's why it's using word inconceivable.
It's not inconceivable. Okay, let me explain to you something.
No, I understood what you're saying. We just, or you just understand me, or we just.
No, I fully understand.
No, we don't need to spend more time to this. I understood what you're saying, and you understand what I'm saying. But your point of view, you understand this is incoherent. But from my point of view, it's coherent. Because, yes, you use, okay, he's in time, space and matter, but he's not in time, space and matter. You could not say I could not make it more simple, in more simple way to express this. Yes, I'm not using some more difficult terms, although I don't know them fully. But we're speaking in simple words. Yes, so in simple words, it's saying like this. Yes, someone who's beyond time, space, and matter, been in time, space, and matter. So this like this in simple words we say. But it's not incoherent.
It is incoherent.
It's incoherent when I'm saying this, but I'm understanding because by his will of power, he could do anything. It could not be incoherent.
Can he cease to exist with his will? You said anything.
That's incoherent.
Can he cease to exist with his power, with his will, if he wills to?
This
Just to show incoherent in this kind of assumptions that you're
it's
making.
incoherent when I'm saying this. It's incoherent when I'm saying this in this terms.
Look, when we affirm something about God, you cannot deny at the same time. You cannot say God is and God is not. Believing in a contradiction is incoherent. So if you say God is so all-powerful that he can cease to exist, makes no sense. Incoherent statement.
It's not make sense if he wants this. But it's.
Can you say about God that God is so powerful that he can make himself non-existent?
I understand it like this.
So what's the answer?
Yes, I understand. It's my understanding.
Is it incoherent, that statement?
No, wait. I want to first before make a note. So it's my understanding. He could do anything he wants, even to make him his existence like what you say, cease.
Non-existent?
Yes, no, he could.
He
But yes, it's my understanding.
What does it mean he could? There's a possibility he can be
possibility,
non-existent.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So a necessary being who
But-
exists by necessity, can he not be? Can he not exist? Because that's what the very
Yes.
definition is, necessary. His existence is necessary. So he cannot not exist. He has to exist.
It's
There
your
cannot be a
definition.
If something exists now, something has to exist always. It's impossible for non-existence in the past.
If something exists now, it shouldn't exist in future.
In the past,
In
there
past.
cannot be non-existence, because out of non-existence comes nothing.
Like you say, this world is limited. It means limited by time. Yes, by time. God,
Space, matter.
time is
I think
most,
we're operating in two different kind of logical systems here.
Yes, it's what I'm
That's
saying.
why you don't
Yeah.
even see where the inconsistency and incoherence is.
No,
Okay,
I see, but
problem.
it's just two different point of views. It's what we are
Okay,
speaking.
you know, we spoke about Krishna a lot.
We spoke about God.
Okay, do you understand the concept of Allah? You've heard of Allah?
In general.
Okay. Allah is one absolute. Not mad, he's not physical, he's not within space, time, matter, has no limits. God is free of all imperfection. So one and absolute, no beginning, no end. And God is not within his creation, and the most logical conclusion of, say, the contingency argument, which you can come to without even reading the Quran. You can use your faculties to come to the idea there has to be one absolute because everything is limited. That one absolute being is the being that's described in the Quran. That makes a lot more sense than a human being walking around and then doing the other things that Krishna did. A lot more sense.
It's okay for you. It's okay. You accept this. For me, I accept small boy. Small boy is control of everything existing everywhere. This is crazy, yes, to say. But I accept
didn't say it's
but-
crazy,
Yeah,
although it is.
But I accept this. I accept this. And you say, what is the evidence you have? I say, okay, this Bhagavad Gita, you read this. This is my evidence.
Okay, it's not evidence. It's not evidence.
It's not evidence. It's why I accept this.
Okay,
That's
this
his
is
foundation.
The foundation, my foundation.
okay. That's why you.
Yeah.
That's what you believe.
Yeah, why?
But
why
you have no
why-
justification.
Okay. I could agree whatever you say. I'm just explaining. You can justify me as you want.
It's
But-
nice speaking to you.
Yes, very nice. Good.
Take care.
We at least understand each other.
Yeah, we at least understand and not scream.
It's good to talk.
Yeah. Good.
آخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.